G'day, Vish here, playing Valheim solo hardcore. I've not played hardcore Valheim in this capacity before, and I also haven't recorded myself playing either, so I'm going to have to work through a few things and do some learning in that regard. If anyone sees this, it means I've learnt a lot already, and I'm pretty happy with that. First thing I want to mention is that I'm having to do a voiceover, simply because I play on a laptop, and to play games without sacrificing the aesthetics, I have a cooling pad with the fans going mental on both the laptop and the pad. Noise reduction or isolation software does work, but it changes my voice and mic quality to something unpleasant to listen to. I don't like it. I hope if I continue to make recordings, I can find a better solution so I can include my reactions to the encounters I have. But for right now, this is the best I've got. From here on, I'll be creating a script from what I say while playing and recording a voiceover in a quieter space. I don't want to fabricate reactions, however. If a reaction is important in some way to the clip and there's no way around it, I'll include it and do my best to make it sound good. The next thing I want to talk about is why I'm actually doing this in the first place, and there's a couple of reasons. Number one is I was inspired. I was looking for Valheim content on YouTube because I'm really into the game right now, and I stumbled across a channel called Not Your Buddy Friend. They essentially made a bunch of 7-minute videos of one of the guys learning Valheim from scratch, with all of the sliders set to hardcore, which is pretty intense for your first time playing the game. Now, I've played Valheim before, both solo and multiplayer. I've defeated the 4th boss before eventually drifting into other games. But I haven't set the combat difficulty to max, ever. So I want to test my skills. Reason number 2 is I play in a hardcore way a lot on my own, in lots of different games. There's a magic to only having one life on each character you make and treating every encounter like it could be your last. The intensity is wrapped up to 11, and the early game is amazing. I thoroughly enjoy scraping my way out of the proverbial mud and creating a world for myself. This is where my problem lies, and the reason why I'm making a video of my experience. I love to create, build, and shape the world around me in these open world games. It's a form of creative expression I've grown accustomed to, and if I say so myself, I'm pretty adept at it at this point. The issue with the way I enjoy challenging myself and how I like to play is that hardcore settings means once you die, it's all gone. And I can't tell you how many builds I've made and deleted throughout the years that I've been so proud of. And that's sad to me. Art is something that should be shared and remembered. I've tried returning to the same world with a different character before, but I just feel like I'm in a world that wasn't meant for me anymore. It's a relic. The journey has ended and I feel dirty when I try and change that. So my hope is I can create these videos to document the journey I had and preserve the art that I've made so I can look back and enjoy them all over again. Anyway, back to the game, and it's time to start. My character's name is Grimshonk, for no particular reason. I can't decide if I want it to be Grimshonk or Grimshonk. These are the settings for this world, and the changes that I'm dealing with are, like I said before, combat is as difficult as it can get, but the raids are also much more often and spawn as many enemies as the game can. I think the biggest hurdle for me is going to be that there is no map. I love the map in this game, and I usually end up marking everything I can. Something else I want to mention is that I'm again taking inspiration from the channel Not Your Buddy Friend and their short videos. Limited editing experience and being self-admittedly pretty damn technologically inept. Not making giant videos for my first real shot at this sounds like a decent start. Speaking of, a couple of days ago I put up a 4-minute video of some funny and goofy moments from Dying Light. I'd been saving snippets from different games that made me laugh with my friends for a couple months, and have been sharing them privately because I really enjoy looking back at the moments. If any time me and my mates laughed, I'd save a snippet, and I've been doing that for a couple months now, and sharing them with my mates, privately. The reason it's a public video on YouTube is because Discord sucks for sharing anything in 720p that's longer than a worm. And if it reaches someone that enjoys it as much as we did, then I think only good can come of that. This world needs more joy. Speaking of, I really enjoyed the creative process to make that video as well. Obviously the edits that I did do were pretty rudimentary and not polished, but I think it's something that I want to get better at, as it was cool to try out a new form of creative expression. Plus I have a decent catalogue of clips, so I can definitely make more short, dumb montages. I can't not mention Kyle Casey at Whitebait Audio for making some really sweet synthwave tunes that are copyright free, and I think are going to be a big part of what I make. Everyone needs a good sound guy. One last bit of info I want to share about my experience with Valheim is, as I mentioned earlier, I haven't actually completed anything past the 4th boss. I've been in the plains before, but I haven't fully explored that biome ever. So if I get there, I'll be experiencing everything from that point on for the first time. That is enough chin wagging about outside influences for now. At this point in the video, you see me run around like the little goblin I am and put a few basics together. A couple moments that I want to take note of that got skipped due to my long introduction are the first few encounters with the creatures I met. That first grayling terrified me. I had no idea how much damage I'm going to be taking and how juicy his health bar is going to be. It quickly reminded me I need a weapon, and I don't want to clutter my inventory too badly this early on, so you'll see me use an axe as a decent multifunctional tool for the moment. With that, I'm going to be taking it slower than I normally would. I don't know the damage values each creature has, and I think I could easily get in over my head in a lot of situations. But that's not to say I won't be taking any risks. That 1-star deer really shocked me too. I forgot that max combat means everything is going to be at a higher level. That first boar that hit me and took me down to 15 HP was a shock too. I instantly recognize I'm going to need a safe place to run after the boar. If I get low and have too many things chasing me, I need to be able to flee somewhere without running into more. And if I get raided by even the early game raid, I'm going to have a tough time. At this point, I'm even scared of a neck. Now, I didn't want to stray too far away from the sacrificial stones until I have a decent way of memorizing my surroundings. So that's why you'll see me setting up a little base just nearby. Top things on my priority list are honey and to get some good food. And that's probably going to be at the top throughout this entire playthrough. Health and stamina are going to be so important from day 1 to day however far I get. I want to stay topped off with the best that I can get around every corner. Another thing I want to mention is I really adore the aesthetics of Valheim. The warm hues just do such good things to my brain. Every scene is like it's been painted, and I think that's beautiful. Alright, enough chattering for now. It's time to get into the building. Oh, nice. And some final notes. I'm keen to find a balance between the different elements of voiceover, reaction, gameplay, and grinding. I expect it to take some time to find my own rhythm, but I like the way it's heading. For a pilot episode, it's longer than I had hoped, but I wanted to show the entire hut being built in this first episode, and felt it necessary to create some space at the beginning to explain how I got to this point. If anyone finds this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Fish. And I set myself on fire. There's the water! That's one for the sea, boys. Another one for the sea.